Hey, good morning. We are back at Clair Country Club. Today we're going to be installing a very special product. It's called Acoustibuilt. It looks like drywall, however it has acoustic properties built within it, so it does a nice job of sound absorbing. We are in the ballroom here, so when they do big events and have loud music, it will take effect on a lot of the extra noise. So I want to introduce everybody today to Nik. He's from Armstrong. He's going to be helping out the team and kind of walking through the installation process, because it's a lot more than just installing drywall and painting it. But Nik, if you want to just introduce yourself. And
hey guys, I'm Nik Slaughter with Armstrong Commercial Ceilings. I am the Acoustibuilt specialist for Armstrong that kind of covers the middle part of the country. And today we're going to talk through the installation process for Acoustibuilt. As we'll see here, pretty straightforward process, not terribly complicated, but it is different enough that a little hands-on in-person training goes a long way.
I love it.
The concept of Acoustibuilt is that it looks like drywall but acts like ceiling tile. So it gives the designer, the owner, the ability to have that clean monolithic drywall look appearance, but at the same time get the performance of a high-end ceiling tile. So we're getting acoustical absorption here with the look of drywall.
All right, looking forward to it, Nik. And it's going to be a great learning experience.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Awesome.
So when I'm talking about the installation, I usually break it down into 5 steps. And the first step is what you've already got here, which is hanging the suspension of the grid. So that's step 1, and you're right on track here. Step 2 is hanging the panels. So as we hang the glue and screw these panels up, which is kind of what we're talking about now, again, pretty straightforward. You can figure that out pretty quick. Step 3 is what I call the taping and mudding. And here's where we're going to start working on our joints. So the goal for you is to give me a really flat, good joint. Again, just to reiterate, we're showing you how that glue squeezed out. You're looking, yeah, give me a good, push it up there flat, give me a good, screw it off. This more, kind of nothing more than that.
Hey guys, Nik again with Armstrong Ceilings here. We're working with the Acoustibuilt system. The first step will be to put up the protection, and then we will start the spray process. This material gets sprayed with a texture sprayer versus a traditional paint sprayer. It's a high solid mix that allows for that acoustically transparent process to work. So we are spraying this with a texture rig, and so we will mix up the finish and spray it through a specific tip size that we give to get the atomization and the spray pattern that we're chasing. It's a multi-step process to build a layered finish that allows that sound to transfer to the board. We are in the process now of applying the fine texture finish to the panels. The finish is an acoustically transparent paint that allows the sound to go straight through that paint into the board and get absorbed. The process will be a 4 to 5 coat process to build up the finish in a very porous way to allow that sound to get to the board.
You know, when you put gravel down, when it rains, that rain percolates through the gravel.
Yeah.
If I lay blacktop or asphalt down, that rain will not go through. It just has, as we're spraying, I have to lay gravel.
Okay.
Anytime I lay blacktop or asphalt, it'll be a shiny spot and it'll show from the floor. It'll look blotchy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So as we're spraying, the reason why we have to put that plastic up is I have to start over here, then roll onto the ceiling and then roll off. Okay. If I have the gun pointing at the ceiling and pull the stick, you'll get a stripe. So you walk on jobs and you see these stripe marks everywhere.
It's like a lie.
It's because they didn't, you know.
Yes.
A lot of times it's the rolling off. They can get the rolling on pretty good, but they'll stop, and instead of rolling all the way off, they're pointing at and they get a stripe mark. Does that make sense?
Have to look like that.
That's it. So you just try, you know, you can see my distance, but you'll figure out about how far away, you know, if you're closer, you got to move faster. If you're further away, you can slow down a little bit. Does that make sense?
Thanks.
But that's 1 coat.
1 coat.
You're going to end up doing it about 5 times.
And then after 20 minutes, another coat.
That's it. So you'll see how I went left, right, then top down, north, south, east, west.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you do 1 whole coat one direction and then come back and do the next coat the opposite direction.
Okay.
Or you can do it just like I did it and go and do it at the same time. When it clogs, you just clear it just like any other thing.
Yes, I got it.
You know, do I hold the trigger down and move the whole way, or do I
Exactly.
Because there's no shine to it, I can stop and start anywhere I want to, anytime. So I can go right in the middle of the ceiling and get a spot right in the middle, and it won't show because there's no sheen to it.
Okay, probably go across.
But what you have to figure out is, you know, I'm telling you that the only thing you can do to screw it up is to lay some asphalt or overspray it. What that means is, I don't want you to have to go 7 passes, but I don't want you to try to finish in 3 either. So it'll take you about 1 bay's worth to figure out what coat 1, 2, and 3 need to look like in order to finish on 4 and 5. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If it takes you 6 or 7, not the end of the world. As long as I'm laying gravel, I'm good. You follow me? Okay. I just want to figure out what size gravel to lay so that I finish on the 4th or 5th pass.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yep.
Well, we would try to apply this in 1 to 2 steps. So it's a multi-step process to build a multi-step process.
Just give it.
It's a multi-step process to build a layered finish that allows that sound to transfer to the board.